Hello students! Welcome back to class. Today we're going to be looking at TikTok and we're going to be looking at a site called Veger, VGRRR.com, where you can order some pet food. This is a company that is based in Montreal and I happen to know the owners and I want to just let you know that the site exists. First, let's have a quick look over here at what's going on TikTok today. Well, this is a new account that I have. It's called Miss Kadie is Here. You can see that I have 33 whole followers and I have already put up a few videos here. Let's look at the beginning so you can see what's going on. The first one I have is of Bella. Oh, it's not going to let us show it. Hold on. Oh, here's the sound. Okay. Happy vegan, happy vegan, happy vegan declaration day. So that is Bella. And that is a sound that I already have inside something called what is it called? DistroKid? Oh, I forget. DistroKid. DistroKid. It's something where you can put your songs and you can load them up and they get distributed in different places, and one of the places is on TikTok. So you can just find the song under That Vegan Teacher Miss Kadie, and then you just look and there's about, I think there's 25 sounds that I have composed and I'm going to keep adding to them, and you can just click on that and you can build your TikTok according to it. So I'll just let you listen again. It's just basically saying Happy Vegan Declaration Day, so you can play it anytime, and you know, every day it is somebody's vegan declaration day. It's when they have decided that they have had enough of abusing animals and they are ready to become the animal rights activists they've always wanted to be. They've always known in their heart that they were meant to be. So let's play this again. And this is Bella, my sweetie pie Bella. Happy vegan, happy vegan, happy vegan declaration day. She sleeps in our king-size bed with us. And last night, I don't know what happened. It was so funny. I woke up and I was way at one end and my husband was way at the other, and Bella was stretched at the top of the pillows like so long, like taking up the whole bed, with her front paws on my head and her back paws on his head. And neither of us remembers her wiggling her way in there, because usually she sleeps at the foot of the bed. I'm kind of in the middle and she's kind of on the side near me. And I guess, I don't know, maybe in the middle of the night there was a part between us and she just kind of wiggled in there and just like stretched, and we both kind of, while we were half asleep, just moved over. Anyway, she's a sweetheart. She's a good little dog. Where's your good cutie? She's not so little, actually. Anyway, that's our Bella. She's doing fine. Here's another one. The future is vegan. No matter what your religion. The future is vegan, no matter what your religion, you know it in your heart, and you know where to start. We will be better. So that's another song that I composed called The Future is Vegan, and that is me filming my kitchen table. If anybody has not signed up yet,
run
to my account.
Run from humans, they're trying to stop.
Oh my goodness. If anyone hasn't signed up yet, I'm just going to close this and stay in this mood.
They're trying to
oh my God. Sorry guys.
To call you bacon.
I don't know, I'm not
murder you to call you bacon.
Okay, I'm going to play that over again in the right context. If you haven't signed up yet for my new account, it's Miss Kadie is here. All one word. Miss Kadie is here. Sign up. When I get 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to go live again, which is kind of fun because we've been doing some ukulele lessons and things like that. And also, I'm going to have to figure out how to go live here on YouTube. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know what buttons to press. For some reason, it makes me nervous. I don't know why. It's no different. But it's because when you're in front of people and you don't know what buttons to press, and then you feel like you're just making everybody wait and they're all bored. Anyway, I don't like to make people uncomfortable. Okay, so this is another song I composed called Run, Run, Run from Humans. And this is filming on Happy Pet Path, which is a path with some vegan animal rights activism on it, on kind of a bulletin board on a fence.
And burn you in a frying pan.
Okay, so this is the beginning right here. It's short.
Run, run, run from humans. They're trying to stab you. They're trying to murder you, to call you bacon and burn you in a frying pan.
Yeah.
Run, run.
Sorry. I didn't mean to do that again. I don't know why I keep doing that. But yes, that's it. I'll just leave it here, I guess, at this point. Yeah, so that is sad, but that is what happens to the animals. We are terrible to them. Poor pigs. They need to run away from us. All animals should probably stay as far as they can away from humans. We do nothing but ruin the world for them. Except for some nice people who try to adopt them and have sanctuaries. And of course, all the people who are trying to fight for animal rights in whichever means they can. This week, there were some people banned from TikTok that should never have been banned. Not that anybody should be banned, but it was really sad. One guy is called Ollie for the Animals. He did nothing wrong. He was just, a super well-built guy in great shape, nice, kind, sweet, and the carnists just descended upon his account, and it's a shame because he was really helping the animals a lot. Another one was another Kadie, Katie, and on International Women's Day, she decided to show her armpit, and she doesn't shave her armpits, which is totally fine. And she got bombarded with people saying like that it was nudity or inappropriate something. Can you imagine? It's 2021. It was International Women's Day. No women need to shave their armpits. It's bullshit. No women need to shave their armpits or color their hair. You don't need to be ashamed of who you are. If you're getting old, that's okay. Wrinkles are normal. Body hair is normal. Gray hair is normal. Accept it. Love yourself the way you are. And let other people be as well. Such a shame. And another person who was just dancing. She's a pole dancer, but she wasn't doing anything wrong. She was just twerking, shaking her bum, like millions of other people do. But because she's an animal rights activist, she was targeted. Veganphobia is real, and it is wrong. And it's dangerous. Because when you start taking down the animal rights activists, you start to lose an important part of society, a caring element of society, one that is trying to expose the horrific crimes that go on against these innocent animals. Factory farming is terrible, and we just want you to know about it. And we want the laws to be such that we have a right to rescue these animals, and we have a right to film and expose what goes on. It's so horrific what they're going through, and most of you don't know, because you close your ears to it and you close your eyes to it. And you absolutely need to know. So please go watch Dominion.com and watch Dairy is Scary and try to find an animal rights group in your area. Could be Direct Action Everywhere, and go and participate in whatever protests they're doing. And make sure that you film them so that you get 100 times more exposure by putting that video out there. One of the biggest mistakes that animal rights activists make locally is they do not film their work enough, and so it doesn't get shared. It stays within their small circle. Also, your accounts on Facebook, Instagram, all these things should be public so that your message gets out, because otherwise, again, the message just stays within all your friends, and you're like a big fish in a small tank, but you need to be a small fish in the big, big ocean and be out there spreading the message about the animals.
Veganphobia is real and it is wrong. I understand how you feel. Tell your teachers, tell your principal, tell your parents, explain the word, explain how it is like homophobia and racism so they understand.
So this is my voice, and this is me. Somebody wrote to me, one of my students, and said, Miss Kadie, people at school were throwing eggs and milk at me. Now, some teachers will just say, well, that's just rude. They're just throwing eggs and milk. Well, those teachers don't understand what veganphobia is. Veganphobia is specifically targeting children who are vegan and specifically trying to make them upset by the belief systems that they have. It is as bad as racism. It is as bad. Oh, it's Bella. She's got off the couch. She's going to stretch. It is as bad as homophobia because children suffer. Now, you might say it's not as bad because you think you don't know about all of these crimes that go on, but kids get beat up. Children end up cutting themselves. They end up crying. They end up not wanting to go to school because they know about the dead bodies that are on the tables. They know that their own teachers and their own principals are paying people to murder animals and buying these things. They see fur coats and they're aware of the animals who suffered. This is an all-day suffering that these children go through. You see, the color of your skin, once you get into schools, at least this has been my experience, and I know it's not everywhere, but when we did not seem to have problems with any homophobia or any racism. Never did a child get picked on, or did I hear about anybody calling him a name, a specifically targeted name based on who they were. In fact, I think maybe it's just the neighborhoods that I've lived in, and I've worked in about 12 different schools. But in those areas, I think that the teachers are so aware, at least, like I said, here in Canada, they teach about these things. They specifically tell kids, you do not make any, and you don't say any slurs against somebody because they're a member of the LGBTQ community, and you don't make them feel bad because of their skin. And it's just like, it's a given. And if somebody says something, the kids jump on it, and you're not supposed to do that, because they've had so many assemblies and meetings about these things. I mean, we had a dark-skinned kid who was dressed up. He was in grade 5, and then I had him in grade 6, and he was constantly dressed up in skirts and pink scarves and everything. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody gave it a second thought. It's like, okay, he wants to dress that way. He had friends. He ran around the schoolyard. He's a normal kid. He just liked wearing skirts and pink things, and sometimes he put these dreadlocky things in his hair, and he had long hair sometimes. Sometimes it was short. No big deal. But when a kid comes out as an animal rights activist, as a vegan animal rights activist, that's different because our society has not caught up yet. And so kids get thrown dead animals at them and animal body parts, and that is excruciatingly painful. It would be the same thing as if you loved cats and somebody decided to make fun of you and just took dead body parts of cats and started throwing them at you. How would you feel? We need people to be vegan fantastic. That's a word I invented, and what it means is that you are an ally. Even if you're not vegan, you will at least stand up and say, that behavior is not okay. It's like being an ally to the LGBTQ community. You might not be part of that community, but when you see somebody being mean to them, you say, no, 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 no. That's not okay. Leave that person alone. That's homophobic, or that's racist. You don't have to be black or have dark skin to be able to stand up and say, that's not okay. That is racist. That is mean. And it's the same thing when it comes to vegan phobia. We need people who are vegan fantastic to stand up and say, that is unacceptable. That is targeted behavior specifically aimed at making that child feel bad. And because of TikTok, I don't know actually how old this child is. I don't know if they're in grade 6, 7, 8. I created this is one of the stickers, and I just changed my voice by using an effect. And sometimes I do that. I try to vary my accounts, whatever account I have. As you can see, this is a new account. I have accounts because people shut them down, and then there's another one, and that's it. all we can do as animal rights activists is keep speaking out. You want to shut the window, slam a door, we're going to find our way back. We always will, because we care about the animals too much. We understand about empathy. We just care. It is hard for us to sleep at night knowing that the pigs are suffering so much in tight, confined quarters, having to eat and live all day in their own shit and pee. And pigs are not naturally dirty. If they are ever on a sanctuary, they will go and get hay and they will build themselves a little hay pile and they will go and burrow themselves in there and they will not poop in the same area that they pee in. The chickens are suffering so much too, and so are the cows. Imagine being a baby boy cow and suddenly you're ripped away from your mom and somebody murders you. Or a baby boy chick. Baby boy chick. Cute little innocent bird. Because he's a boy and will never be able to lay eggs, he is put in a giant blender and killed. Hard to believe. Mind-boggling how cruel we can be. How can anybody think of killing a baby cow and then putting that dead body inside of them? All of that suffering. All of that sadness. All of that pain. And the mother cow who misses her baby. There is just no excuse for animal abuse. Go buy oat milk. Go buy soy milk.
On behalf of all animals, I want to thank you so much for being such a great animal rights activist. You are so loved and appreciated.
That's another one I created with this little bee because this was a student from another account who came by and she just said hello and she had a bunch of little hearts and kisses, so.
And veganphobia, be vegan fantastic. And veganphobia, be vegan fantastic.
I composed this tonight.
And veganphobia, be vegan fantastic. And veganphobia, be vegan fantastic.
So how do I do that? Well, see, this person wrote, end veganphobia, be vegan fantastic. That's what they wrote. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try to make a song with that. So I went to my piano and I turned on the beat and I tried to say it to the beat. And then I tried to film it at the same time and then I put the little effect. And so now it's a sound. It's a song. Super fast, super simple, but it can be reused many times.
And veganphobia, be vegan fantastic. And veganphobia, be vegan fantastic.
What were some of the most memorable moments you had before becoming vegan? For me, it was eating an Egg McMuffin on the bench outside of McDonald's and looking inside and knowing that there was egg in there that came from the suffering of chickens, that there was some sausage in there that came from the suffering of pigs, and there was cheese in there that came from the suffering of cows. That's why I went and sang outside of McDonald's, the same McDonald's where I was eating that last Egg McMuffin. That's how my whole story started here on TikTok. How about you? What were your last clicks that made you become vegan? What were some of the... Thank you for saying that. And before you know it, many people will start saying the same thing to you. So this is a student that said, I am Catholic. Let me try and stretch this because it's really small. I am Catholic and vegan because of you, Miss Kadie. You have helped me see the truth. I never used to think about the meat on my plate. So then I decided to thank this child. Just keep getting back up every time they knock you down. The animals depend on us. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And before you know it, many people will start saying the same thing to you. Just keep getting back up every time they knock you down. The animals depend on us. Thank you. Right. So that is TikTok this afternoon. This was just posted 37 minutes ago. And let me just stop this.
Thank you for saying that.
I don't know. I'm not used to
Thank
this.
you for saying that. And before you know it,
okay. So we have
many people will start saying the same thing to you.
Miss Kadie,
Just keep
quiet. Shh, 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 shh. I don't know how I made her make that noise. So that's what's going on over here. So I have now 40 followers. Woohoo! 40 followers. Now let's have a look at what else is going on here. Under here, I have this site. Can you see that? Veger. Veger is a pet food company. Write it down or memorize it, vgrrr.com. 100% vegan pet food. Yes, cats can be vegan. I know what you're thinking. I know exactly what you're thinking. My cat's too picky. It'll never work with my cat. Cats are obligate carnivores, all the stuff that you've heard. But there are many cats that are vegan. Sometimes with cats, it's a little more tricky than with dogs. Dogs, it's pretty much you just give it to them and they're fine. Maybe you ease it in over a couple of days, but we had no problem with Bella when she became vegan. But with cats, sometimes it takes a little bit more because they got to make sure that they drink enough. But there are all kinds of tips here on this site. So Veger is a nutrition-first company that collaborates with world-leading veterinarians to provide nutritionally complete plant-based foods for cats and dogs. Our formulas contain all essential nutrients, vitamins, and minerals required for optimal feline and canine health. We also offer a unique supplement that can be added to any home-prepared meal to ensure your pets are getting everything they need to stay healthy. Vitality, Veger, VGRRR.com. How many R's? VGRRR.com. Good. Memorize it. So you can order some pet food for cats and for dogs. Veganism is the microbiome. Sorry, I have such a hard time seeing. I think I need new glasses. This COVID has been too long. Veganism and the microbiome in dogs and humans. Okay, so this is an article. What else do we have? Here's an address, Montreal. Here's the info at vgrrr.com. There's a number that you can call. And if you look over here, we have products. Here are different products. Oh, this is what we have. This stuff for Bella. We have this vegan dog kibble, and we have she loves these sweet potato treats. They have some nutritional yeast on them. She just loves those. She loves those like little stick things. We have to cut them in half because she would just devour the whole thing. So we have kibble for cats. You see? They have some Nutri yeast. They have all kinds of different things here. So this is a good site for you to check out. VGRRR.com. And they also supply other different types of foods here. Benevo brand. Max Life. Bella's tried this. Bella's also had this. I don't know. She didn't have the can of that, but we had the bags. Yeah. All kinds of stuff here. Look at that. VGRRR.com. Go and make sure you order something from them. Try it out. Because if your dog becomes vegan, just think of how many animals you will save. Just think about how many animals did we save. First, we saved Bella because she was in a shelter. Then when we brought her home, of course, like everybody else, we were just feeding her normal dog food till somebody said, "Excuse me. If you are calling yourself vegan, then you cannot be paying for the murder of other animals to give them to Bella." And we thought, what? How can Bella be vegan? How is that possible? She has these fangs and this huge mouth. Isn't she a wolf? All the stuff you guys are thinking. And then we were educated. And then we changed. When you know better, you do better. And that was it. So after that, just think about it. In August, it will be 4 years. that Bella will be vegan. Just think about that. If something was wrong with her, she would have been sick by now, don't you think? Yeah. She has been vegan since August 2017. Same as my mother-in-law, who's, her birthday's coming soon. She's 80. She's been vegan. They became vegan in the same summer. So that's it. If they can be vegan, you can too. If an elderly Italian woman who ate salami, prosciutto, and cheese her whole life can become vegan, you can too. And if a dog that looks like a wolf can become vegan, you can too. It's all about the nutrients. They're all plant-based. You just have to get the right nutrients in there. And it just looks like regular dog food. You just take a scoop and you put it in the bowl and that's it. It's not complicated. Veganism and the microbiome. Okay, this is like a blog and they have different dates here, different things. Here's one from February 2021. Different articles. Plant Superstars, 4 ingredients we love at Vegan. I mean, it's a nice looking site. Urinary problems in cats. So there's facts about that. Oh, I just realized that this is kind of cut off for you guys, isn't it? Sorry about that. Because I have 2 screens. I have one down here and I have the one up there. Okay. So, how to keep pets safe during the summer. Then we have another tab up here, which is About Us. About Us. Proudly Canadian, Vegan provides top quality plant-based nutrition products for cats and dogs. We deliver locally twice a week in the Greater Montreal area. However, if you need urgent delivery, please let us know. There's the nicest people. Nick and Sarah, they're the nicest people. Seriously, we went over to see them and they had a massive amount of donuts. I think they had 17 donuts for the 4 of us. And we just like wolfed them down. Vegan donuts. Another time they came to our house, into our backyard to visit, and they brought vegan ice cream and just desserts, and they're just the nicest, sweetest people. You absolutely should support them. And they're ethical vegan 100%. That means 100%. So, well, you guys get the idea. Okay, and then there's another tab here, where to buy. So please go and check them out. Oh, these places, some of them, unfortunately, I'm not going to stick on this tab because some of these have actually closed because of COVID. So they need, I guess they might reopen or whatever. But bottom line is cats can be vegan, dogs can be vegan. Buy the food. If you have any questions, you can call Sarah and you can call Nick and they will help you out. Thank you so much, guys, for paying attention to this class. Some of you are still awake. That's great. And it's hug time. Why do we hug ourselves? Because we have to get used to it. Because sometimes there's nobody else around. You know, sometimes the people that we love are just not there when we need support. So we have to learn how to hug ourselves. So you give yourself a big squeeze. Big like that. Okay? Nice big squeeze. Squeeze tight. It's actually even good for your muscles. You're pushing hard on yourself and it gives you like this weighted feeling. So give yourself a hug. Pat yourself on the back and say, you're doing good. You're doing good. I love you. I love you. Keep trying. Keep trying. You can do it. You can do it. And then you say, if you're sad, you say to yourself, get back up. Get off your lazy ass. Go on, get out there. And then you get going and you just rise up no matter what happens. You can always get back in the game of life. It's so short. Guys, my best friend died in November in a boating accident in a lake. And you know, it's just a wake-up call. Life is just too short. There's just no point in just laying down when something bad happens and just stewing in it. And you know, if there's somebody you've been meaning to call, just call them. Even if they're a jerk and they hang up on you, just call them. If there's somebody you love, just tell them. If there's something you want to do, just do it. Just do it. You know, don't keep the good dishes for only when the company comes. Use the dishes. Wear the clothes you like. Wear your good clothes. Life is just too short. Take care of the animals. Take care of this planet so that we can leave it for the next generation. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe right now. Press the little bell and press the subscribe. follow me on my new TikTok account. Do you remember what that is? First of all, don't forget Vigor, VGRRR.com. Okay? 3 R's. And the new TikTok is Miss Kadie is here. And we have our cute little doll who's named after Regan Russell. Regan Russell, who was a animal rights activist who died trying to save the lives of pigs in Burlington, Ontario. She was run over by the truck. Absolutely heartbreaking. And this little sweet little girl's name is Regan, and she has a little pig. I don't have her here with me. She's in the kitchen. Oh, I wanted to show you something else. I made this kind of like giant cake slash, oh, it probably doesn't look good to you, but it's so good. It's like a giant muffin, kind of banana bread muffin thing. I can't believe how much I lucked out. I just felt like having a dessert, and I just put a bunch of flour in there, like whole wheat flour or buckwheat or something, and then I put a bit of baking soda, and I put 1 banana, and I put a huge tablespoon of flaxseed, because flaxseed is like an egg replacer, and so is banana. And I just stirred that all up, just a little dash of salt, added some soy milk, stirred it all up, plunked in a handful of vegan chocolate chips, stirred that all, shoved it in the microwave. I think it's 5 minutes. 5 minutes, yeah. And oh my god, it's so good. It's like a cake. It was like a microwave cake. Oh my god. I shouldn't eat this in front of you, but sorry. Vegan food is delicious. Oh my god. And the problem is, I don't know exactly what the measurements were, so I can't really repeat it. I kind of work that way. Just like a bit of this, a bit of that. I'm not the best cook when it comes to like following recipes. I'm too creative. Speaking of creativity, this was a secondhand, what do you call it? We used to call these kangaroo jackets. I don't know what you call them. Anyways, so it has a zipper. Now, this was tricky, right? Because I had to go through the words, and I didn't want the zipper to not work. So, I don't know if you can see, but it has kind of like a little, you know, like a zipper cover thing, like just a little, see? So I pushed that together, and I just had to go with a tiny, tiny brush inside there to make sure that it covered. And there it is. You know, it's not the best handwriting in the world, but it's a vegan message, and it gives people the message when you're out and about. They see the word vegan, and they might come and talk to you. And then it's a great conversation opener, right? All right, that's it. Woohoo! Just checked, and I have 41 followers. Yes. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.